Well, hey, mamas. Jessica Coulter here. We are talking a new series this week. We're focusing on all of you mamas that have a student getting ready to go into college. So I'm super excited. Happy graduation to all of our new class of 2023 grads. So, mamas, I want to know, do you have a child that graduated high school this year? Let me know down below with a big yes. Give me a thumbs up if your child graduated this year, because this video, this whole week, is dedicated to you. Now, if you have a kiddo getting ready to go into high school next year, there will be a series for you in just a week. And if you ask for it, and there's enough interest, I have a good feeling that there will probably also be a series for all of you who have middle schoolers. So let's focus on the college students first, shall we? Let's start with the huge decision of college and what exactly that college visit looks like. I probably should have said something that we're starting with, tip number one, which is your teens really revisiting campus, getting a real feel for it before college officially starts. Okay. Now, hopefully you've given me some kind of notice down below whether or not your teen is starting college in the fall. I also want to say hey to everybody and encourage you to check out the freebie I have for you in the description. We'll talk about that more at the end of the video, so definitely be sure to stick around. So, number one tip I have for you when it comes to why does your teen need to visit college, because at this point, your child's graduating high school, most of you, I assume all of you that are watching, and you've gone through all the research. You've gone through how many ever visits. You've done all this work you and your child have to determine what is the university, what is the college my child wants to go to, needs to go to, can go to, based on grades, based on cost, based on careers, based on all the things that go into making that college decision. Now, a lot has happened between all of that and then graduation. And then there's going to be a lot that goes between that last day of high school, that day of graduation, which could be the same thing, however you want to look at it, and then the first day of college. Okay, we want your teen to be on campus before school starts to decide, is this really where I want to be? Okay, because there are a lot of emotions, a lot of stuff going on. But when your teen's back on campus for a visit over the summer, your teen needs to really shift that mindset of, I could do this and I would do this, if I went here, because that's what your teen was thinking when being shown around campus, on a group tour, private tour, or whatever. But now when your teen goes back to that school, the one that he wants to go to in the fall, and instead of going, I could do this, your child needs to start thinking, I will do this. Because that's a big shift. And we want your child to really be ready for that. Because if your child is going, I will do this, and is going, ew, that doesn't sound like me. No, not interested. That's a red flag. Okay, so we definitely want your children who are going to college in the fall to visit campus. Okay, now when they're on campus, they're not only seeing, does it feel right? Is this really, the choice I meant to make? I want them to do a couple other things. Before I share what those other two things are, though, if you're just now joining us, and maybe you found this video because you just were scrolling, well, do know I'm Jessica Coulter, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring and Study with Jessie. I help tweens, teens, college students, young adults, and even some adults love to learn through study skills. So what we're talking about preparing for college is definitely tied into study skills. And everything we're talking about today definitely has to do with academics. So definitely, if you're interested in hearing about learning, hearing about study skills, this is the place for you, no matter if you're on Facebook or on YouTube. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow for more videos. And don't forget the notifications, because I can go live, but if you're not notified, you miss out on maybe asking me some questions and us talking in real life, in real time. So let's talk about what we want your teens to do, your young adults to do when they're actually on campus. Okay, well, the most important thing is going to be to do some kind of where's Waldo kind of thing, do a scavenger hunt, especially if your child knows what dorm he's in already, she knows what schedule she has, and so start finding all of those buildings. Okay, find the dorm, and if your child already has keys or the fob or whatever, go for it. Otherwise, some of that stuff has to wait till orientation, but definitely if your child can at least, find the buildings, that's going to make a big difference, even if your child can't go into the buildings. Okay. We also want to look for some of those other important places that, you and I, mom might know are important, but our children who have never been to college might not know are important. Things like the student center, or the cafeteria, whatever like the main hub of campus is going to be. We also want our teens, college freshmen, to know where is the admin building. If your child needs to, get a transcript, your teen needs to meet with his advisor. Those are probably all going to happen some kind of administration building. And then in that building might be financial aid, could be, certain floor, certain part of the building, could be a whole different building. Okay. So we want our teens to know those two important places as well. So we want to know, where do I meet with my advisor each semester? Where do I go for schedule changes, transcript requests? How do I, find out how to pay for college? If there's any of those kind of questions. Now, when your teen's on campus, not only is he doing the scavenger hunt, and finding things, we also want your soon-to-be college freshman to maybe visit with some professors. If you go over the summer and your teen knows, hey, I'm doing biology, and your teen knows, I might have this college professor based on, what I was told when I did my first tour. Well, being back on campus is an awesome opportunity to actually see that college professor without all of the, oh my goodness, I have to get in, or oh my goodness, maybe he's going to like me, he's not going to like me, and it makes a difference if I get in. Nope. At this point, when your teen is done with high school graduation, has been accepted, is for sure going to that college, when we visit the professor, it's really to just put a name to a face and get more comfortable for that first class. Okay. Especially if your teen's sure on his major, has a good idea of who some of those actual professors are going to be in the fall. Now, I can also tell you that between the end of high school and the start of freshman year in college, some scholarship information, some financial aid information can change, can be tweaked. So definitely encourage your teens, if there's scholarship opportunities available, or maybe, the financial aid package can be made better based on an improved ACT score, maybe based on, some better grades. Definitely this is the time to do it. Make time during this visit to stop in and check in with that admin building with the financial aid office. Or, if your teen can or needs to interview for a scholarship, again, do two things at once with that college visit. Not only see the campus, find the classes, start thinking about, I will be here, but then, do some interviews, make some more money, and make college even more affordable. So those are the things I want to share with you during tip 1 for all of your college freshmen. So if you're watching and maybe you've got kiddos already in college and there's something that you want to pass along to the other mamas watching, other mamas that are subscribed or following Ace Cookie Tutoring, would love for you to share, because it has definitely been a little while since I've been in college. But these things I shared with you are things I used for myself, things I have shared with other students, things that some of my current tutoring students have told me, they needed to know, let alone some quick Googling. So thanks again. And remember, you do have a freebie in the description. It's called the Homework Buster. So if you would like your teen to not fight with you about homework, especially if you've got a child that did not like doing homework on his own during high school, and you're worried, okay, is she actually going to do homework without me being there nagging, without me saying, hey, have you done it? Grab that Homework Buster and bust through with 5 tips. So your teen will actually do his homework. She'll actually stay on top of her assignments this semester. So it'll be an awesome start to college based on homework, based on feeling like it's the right fit. So thank you. See you tomorrow for the next tip, and have a great night, and see you soon.